The stretch by Cannon. Here comes the pitch. Got it swinging. Ball game over.
High fly ball to right field. He got every stitch of that
he
one.
Struck him out swinging. A complete game victory for Joseph Gonzalez, and Auburn wins the series. Got him swinging with a fastball. He strikes out the side. Nice job, Zach.
Fly ball, right field, into the night sky. It's gone into the trees.
Gone. How about Chris Stanfield going to score? Auburn wins.
Tigers 10-2, Governors 10-2. Auburn is on the field. Let's set the defense now. It is Mason Mainers in left, Chris Stanfield in center, and Bobby Pierce in right field. A familiar infield for the Tigers. Derek Fabian at third, Cooper Weiss at short, Javon Hernandez at second, Cooper McMurray at first base. Ike Irish doing the catching for Chase Alsop, the powerful right-hander going through his warm-ups now. 6'2", 235, junior righty from Dothan. For the year, 14 innings in 3 starts. He's given up 16 hits in those 14 innings, 7 earned runs. He has walked 5, struck out 16, a better than 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's given up 4 doubles, 3 homers, 2 wild pitches. He has hit 1 batter, earned run average at 4.5 for Chase Alsop. 1-0 in that span, and teams are hitting .286 against him, and he's coming off of his most effective start of the year last week against UConn. 6 innings, a run on 6 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He threw 85 pitches a week ago. He's gone 80 or more in all 3 of his starts this year. He will face Gray, Miller Green, and Zacco for this powerful Austin Peay team. They're batting over .340 as a team through their first 12 games. They've already beaten Mississippi State twice. A Tuesday low-scoring game and then a Wednesday higher-scoring affair. So they're already 2-0 against SEC teams this year. Tigers will need a focused start, and they'll hope to get that from Chase Alsop. As Austin Peay gets set to step in, we will turn things over to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, to get you going on a Friday morning at Plainsman Park.
How about that? Auburn and Austin Peay, the first of 3, we hope, on this weekend, with rain on the way, to be sure. First pitch weather forecast brought to you by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Celebrate responsibly. 68 degrees at game time. Mostly cloudy skies. Wind out of the east-southeast at 13 miles per hour. In the first pitch, a swing and a foul back by Clayton Gray. Wind, it was a windy batting practice here today. Wind blowing in from center, which we don't see very often in this ballpark. 0-1. Curveball. Strike call. Christopher Griffith behind the plate. Clayton Ham at first. Clint Lawson at second. And to Cedric Coleman. It's the 4 C's for the umpires this weekend.
Yeah, if your name starts with a C, you get to umpire at Plainsman Park.
Shift is on for Auburn on the 0-2 to Gray. And it misses high with a fastball away. At 94 from Chase Alsop. His best start of the young season last Saturday in the first game of the doubleheader against UConn. Chase stretches and pitches. Chopper foul on the curve up the first base line. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes.
2 fastballs, 2 curveballs from Chase here in the early going, and the curveball he landed once for a called strike, and he got the early swing. That's a good piece of hitting by Gray just to get a bat on the ball.
Alsop with the pitch. Fastball, it missed a little bit low. The count goes to 2-2. It's a pleasant afternoon for baseball. Cloudy skies right now, but there is rain coming.
Ooh.
They will do everything they can to get this ball game in today. Beyond that, stay tuned.
Austin Peay hitting .341. They have 22 home runs. Their team slugging percentage is almost .600.
Ball club can hit.
Yeah.
Swept a midweek series at Mississippi State. 2-2 to Gray. Foul back.
96 on the fastball from Chase.
Gray, then Lyle Miller Green and Brody Zacco here in the first inning for the Governors. The Dothan right-hander twirls home. Ground ball to the shortstop, who throws to first in time for the out. Auburn had the shift on, and that was Cooper Weiss who made the play on the right side of second base.
You know, the infielders today are going to have to really rifle the ball over to first, even when they have more time, because if you don't, and the wind is blowing just right, it can affect even a throw to first base today. There can be some big gusts, and that ball almost sailed a little bit on Cooper.
Here's Lyle Miller Green, who swings at the first pitch and fouls it off the screen down the left side. And if the first two hitters are any indication, this is a very aggressive Austin Peay Governors offense. Big right-handed hitter, sets up deep in the box, batting .311. A team-high 6 homers and 20 runs batted in. The pitch. Fastball down the middle for strike 2. Took something off of that a little bit. It was 89.
6'5", nearly 240.
Yeah.
Transfer from Oklahoma State. Big boy.
Closed stance from the right side. Also ahead 0-2. Here comes the fastball. Ground ball to the right side. Hernandez to his left. Sets, fields, and throws, and gets Miller Green by a step at first.
All right, 2 ground ball outs from Alsop. That's good. He's getting the hitters to swing over the top, and that's a nice play by Hernandez going to his left to then gather and make the throw.
This is a pitcher's wind today. Wind is blowing in at the ballpark today. Here's Brody Zacco, the third baseman. .333 his average, a homer, 6 runs batted in. The pitch. Zacco into center. Stanfield back and to his right. Plenty of room out there. He hit it right into the teeth of the wind. And Alsop sets down the Governors in order in the first, 3 up and 3 down. And Auburn comes to the plate. Stay tuned, friends. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Download the new and improved Auburn Game Day app. It's fully customizable to your interests with the new My Auburn tab. Plus, buy tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and get live in-game scoring. Plus, listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Download it now.
Hey, it's Bruce Pearl. When you find a player who's electric, what a game changer. Like the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning truck. It's got the performance you'd expect from an F-150, plus state-of-the-art tech like intelligent backup power. So if the lights go out at your properly equipped house, you've got the power to turn them back on. Game changing. That's what I'm talking about. See your local Ford dealer to learn more about the F-150 Lightning. Available at Ford EV certified dealers only. Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
Chase Alsop retired the side in order in the top of the first, so in the bottom it's Weiss, Irish, and Pierce to face Jacob Weaver. Let's set the defense behind him. It's Clayton Gray in left, John Bay in center, Lyle Miller Green in right. Along the infield, Brady Zacco at third, John Gazdar at short, Ambrin Wojtek at second, Justin Olson at first. Trevor Conley is the catcher, and now Jacob Weaver, right-hander, 6'3", 220 out of Fruita, Colorado. He is 1-0 this year, 3 starts, 15 2/3 innings, 18 hits, 11 earned runs, 6 walks, and 18 strikeouts, better than a strikeout an inning. He's given up 2 doubles, 1 home run, and is 1-0 with an earned run average of 6.32. Jacob Weaver making his 4th start, and he'll tackle this Auburn lineup that's been pretty balanced front to back. Teams hitting .286 off of Jacob Weaver, just as they were hitting off of Chase Alsop entering the ball game today. So we'll see what the top of the order can do against the big right-hander from Colorado.
Fastball, slider, change, and a curve for Weaver as Cooper Weiss leads it off for Auburn. First pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. 92 and down in the strike zone.
That was a really good first pitch. It was diving down. No chance there for Weiss.
0-1. He showed bunt. He took the off-speed pitch. It missed low. Corners coming in with Weiss at the plate, especially Olson at first. Zacco at third, about even with the bag. The 1-1. Bounced up there. 2 balls and a strike to Weiss, who leads Auburn with 14 stolen bases in 15 attempts. Now the 2-1. Line drive base hit to right center field. Fielded by Green Miller there. Weiss is on with a leadoff single. Line drives on a day like this one today, Brad.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to hit one out of here today, you better get every bit of it, every stitch of it.
Last week against Rio Grande Valley, Weaver led off or allowed the leadoff man to get on base in 2 innings. And that guy came around to score in both of those innings. It's his shortest stint of the year, short season, but shortest one of the year a week ago against Rio Grande Valley, 4 2/3 innings.
Here's Ike Irish, and quickly a throw to first. Teams this season are just 8 of 9 stealing against Austin Peay. Weiss, a short lead at first as Irish awaits the first pitch. Here it is. Ike takes a strike on the outside corner. Irish hitting .340 on the season, 5 homers, 17 runs batted in. Those power numbers are best on the squad. He's second behind Mason Mainers in batting average. Stretch by Weaver and a throw to first, and Weiss was maybe a step and a half off the bag.
Having Weiss on base helps so much. It cuts the left side of the field almost in half because you're seeing Zacco at third have to come in on the grass. He has to guard against a potential bunt.
High and away with the fastball from Weaver, 1-1.
And it opens up that left side even more. The shortstop, Gazdar, is over towards second because you're playing Irish to pull on a ground ball on the infield, and he's got opposite field ability. He can hit it on the ground the other way.
1-1. Irish fouled it back to the screen. A ball and 2 strikes. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to games or other live events, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Tiger fans can fan. A ball and 2 strikes to Irish. Weiss at first, a leadoff single for Auburn in the bottom of the first. And a throw over and a balk.
Yep.
And every umpire on the planet called that a balk.
All 4 C's, plus some in the stands. And that's the Cooper Weiss effect.
He flinched.
Yeah.
I didn't see it originally. Saw the replay, and he flinched before he threw over. So now runner at second base for Auburn on a 1-2 count. The pitch to Ike. High and away, 2-2. That's the first walk of the year for Jacob Weaver. He comes set. Weiss leads from second. The pitch. Irish pops it up. Into left. Gray is there near the left field line and makes the catch. I'll tell you what, fly balls today are going to be a bit of an adventure, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's a little bit of a tough sky, but also a swirling wind. It's not a consistent wind that you can play off the bat. You got to battle and dance with it all the way down into the glove.
Irish retired, and here's Bobby Pierce. Auburn's grad student right fielder out of Scottsdale, Arizona, batting .298 with 4 homers and 14 runs batted in. Right-hand hitter against the right-hander Weaver, who stretches and pitches. Pierce almost swung out of his shoes at that off-speed pitch and fouled it into the glove of the catcher.
Yeah, Bobby ended up in the left-handed batter's box after that swing. I think a fastball in that spot he might destroy.
Stretch in the 0-1. Another curveball and another foul tip into the glove of the catcher. And Pierce quickly behind 0-2.
Now, does Weaver feel like he's got him slowed down, and does he try to sneak the fastball by him here 0-2?
A runner at second with 1 out for Auburn in the bottom of the first. 0-2 pitch. Pierce to the shortstop. Deep in the hole, he'll throw to first in time to get Bobby. Weiss goes to third on the play. And there are 2 outs now for Cooper McMurray.
The answer was no. He did not try to speed him up. Sneak a fastball in there. It was another off-speed pitch, something Bobby will bank for his second at bat.
That says something to Derek Fabian as he comes back to the dugout. McMurray hitting .289, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in, gets a curveball for a strike. Big hole on the left side of the infield. The shift is on for McMurray. The shortstop, Gazdar, is behind the second base bag. The pitch. Just outside on another curveball, a ball and a strike. A leadoff single for Weiss. He went to second on a balk, to third on a ground out. He's at third with 2 down. 1-1. McMurray off the pitcher's glove and into shallow left field. And Weiss comes home, and Auburn leads 1-0.
Well, it's a tough break for Austin Peay and a good break for Auburn. The shift hurt the Governors and on that occasion, because as it ricochets off of Weaver, if the shortstop Gazdar is playing a normal short, then he may be able to come in and field that ball and throw out McMurray at first. But when he's playing behind the bag at second and on the edge of the outfield grass, he just didn't have a chance to get over there to it.
Here's Derek Fabian, who hit 2 home runs here on a Wednesday. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. You talked about Weaver in his last start against Grand Canyon State, gave up the leadoff hits twice, and they both came home to score. Auburn does that right there. Leadoff man gets on and scores. Tigers lead 1-0. 0-1. Fabian chops it foul. And the balk is a big factor now in the inning, isn't it?
Absolutely is. Yeah, that run doesn't score without Weiss going to second on the balk.
Fabian quickly behind 0-2 on a couple fastballs from Weaver. McMurray gets his lead at first with 2 down. The 0-2. Bounced up there. Good block by Conley.
In fact, if you take away the butterfly effect, if nothing else changes, the ground ball Pierce hits to short, likely a double play ball.
Right. 1-2. Chopper, third base side, but this will go foul. Across the Auburn emblem on the playing surface here between the Auburn dugout and the first base or the third base line. Auburn in the all blues today. Austin Peay in the all reds. It's a political convention today. 1-2. Chopper. Pass the pitcher to the shortstop. Charges. Fields. Throws. Safe. Infield single for Fabian.
Yeah, that one not just crushed. He hit it off the end of the bat, a slow dribbler that was out in no man's land.
Auburn's third hit of the inning. Tigers have runners at first and second with 2 down. A run home for the Tigers. McMurray at second and Fabian at first, and Christian Hall at the plate. Swing at the curveball and a miss. Batting .292, the UAB transfer with 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. The stretch in the 0-1. High and away with a fastball at 91.
That was a fastball, but after the fastball strike to Weiss to open the inning, he has not shown the fastball first to any of the batters.
1 ball and 1 strike to Hall. 2 on, 2 outs for the Tigers in the first. The pitch. Held up, took one off the outside edge. 2 balls and a strike to Hall. Christian looking to add to a 167 average with 2 outs this season. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a shot to left, but Gray is right there, drifting back. Shy of the warning track, makes the catch. And the inning comes to a close. A run on 3 hits, no errors. 2 men left for Auburn. We're through 1 at Plainsman Park. Auburn 1, Austin Peay 0. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and 0 sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings.
Carrier, a proud partner of Auburn Athletics and special needs assistance stations for you. Turn to the experts with Carrier.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
Chase Alsop staked to a 1-0 lead as he comes to the hill in the second inning. He set down Austin Peay in order on 11 pitches in the first. Auburn scored a run on 3 hits in the bottom of the first. Today's second inning, of course, is presented by Southern Union. With a new path to the Plains, it runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently. All at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. With Brad Law, I'm Andy Birch. I'm glad to have you with us on this Friday morning of Auburn baseball. Here's John Gazdar, who swings at the first pitch. Wow. There's a trend.
They've all swung
Yes,
at the first pitch.
Out of play off the right side for Gazdar, hitting .420, a homer and 8 runs batted in for the right-hand hitter. Out of Walnut Creek, Georgia, the pitch. Drops a little bit low, 1-1.
Gazdar with a base hit in the first 7 games of the season for the Governors. Hit .531 over that 7-game stretch.
Alsop comes set, and the 1-1. Gazdar pops it up right side. That's going to get pushed out of play. Look out into the seats about the 4th row down from the top of the grandstand. 1-2. Alsop looks for his first strikeout. A 1-2 pitch. Drops it low, off-speed pitch. 2-2.
Gazdar packs a lot of power in a 5'10", 180-pound frame. He had 24 doubles last year, most on the team.
Alsop comes set. 2-2 pitch. Up the right side, out of play. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters that Alsop will face in this inning, all hitting at least .417 on the season. Two to Gazdar. Here it is. On a hop. Oh, nice play. Weiss spins, throws to first, and got it. Oh, what a play by Cooper Weiss on a hot shot to the shortstop.
You don't see a lot better than that. It was a screamer to short, and you could see the hop coming, and just a backhand stab there by Weiss. He measured it and then made the good throw.
Our defensive play of the game presented by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. They were at my house yesterday. Cook's, not
termites?
The termites.
Oh,
no,
good.
Cook's. High and away. Fastball to Trevor Conley. 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, if the termites were at your house, they wouldn't be for long if you called Cook's.
My point is, Cook's was there. The termites are not.
Got it.
1-0 to Conley. Fouled back on a high fastball again. A ball and a strike. Trevor Conley batting a team-leading .444 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Left-handed hitting, Austin Peay catcher. Now the 1-1. Again, fastball up and out, 2 balls and a strike.
8-game hitting streak for Conley. He went 0 for 2 in the first game for him this season, and that's the only time he's been shut out in a game.
He's ahead 2-1. The pitch. Fastball high. Every pitch in this sequence has been elevated in the strike zone. Count is 3-1. One out, nobody on for the Governors. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 94.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets that same pitch here. Chase just rears back and says, here it is, hit it.
Full count to Conley. Pitch on the way. Fastball, strike 3 call. He came down and in, and Conley knew it.
Yeah, the catcher in him, he couldn't help but trot a couple of steps down toward first base to try to sell, but he knew that was a really good pitch from Alsop.
First strikeout for Alsop and the Tigers. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. That sequence was all fastballs up and out until strike three, and then he came down and in with a fastball. 2 outs, here's John Bay. Center fielder batting .417, takes the first pitch inside. .417 with 5 homers, 15 runs batted in. Upright stance from the right side. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball, there's a strike. 1-1. Tigers lead 1-0, 2 outs, nobody on for the Governors of Austin Peay in the top of the second.
All these guys have or had long hitting streaks to start the year too. Bay hitting the first 10.
1-1. Upstairs with the fastball, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, the count to Bay. Stretching the pitch. Who had a pitch to drive but fouled it back. 2-2.
94, and he was underneath it.
Yep.
Out over the plate.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count.
Another one of those Oklahoma State transfers.
Here's the pitch. Curveball, it missed in. Full count. Second straight batter in which Alsop has gone to a full count. He was able to strike out Conley. Now 3-2 to John Bay. Stretch into delivery. Fastball got him swinging with a 95-mile-an-hour heater. 6 up and 6 down for Austin Peay. We're going to the bottom of the second. Auburn 1, the Governors 0. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
Fine dining meets Southern comfort at Vintage 2298, Auburn's newest fine dining restaurant and butcher shop. Chef Randall Baldwin and wife Laura present Gulf cuisine with a Southern flair, made fresh farm to table. Enjoy lunch in the butcher shop, brunch on the weekends at Vintage 2298, where the staff raises the bar on service. Private dining and event space is also available. Experience Vintage 2298 this new year.
Auburn to the plate in the bottom of the second. Stanfield, Mainers, and Hernandez. And while Auburn just got 1 run in the bottom of the first, they did get 24 pitches into Jacob Weaver. A run on 3 hits for the Tigers. A crowd that, as long as the rain holds on, I think will grow as the day goes on. Final day of spring break for the city of Auburn, and the first pitch to Stanfield misses low, and Auburn University.
Look, just knock off at lunch, call it a week, come on out to the ballpark.
1-0 pitch, down and away again. 2 balls and no strikes to Stanfield, batting .256, a homer. 6 runs batted in for the Auburn center fielder. They're in at the corners. The 2-0 misses low, 3-0. Sophomore from Tallahassee. Will he have the green light on 3-0? Nope. And it's a fastball that misses low. He didn't miss much by any of those 4 pitches. First walk surrendered by Weaver.
We'll see if Auburn can capitalize on a leadoff base runner the way they did in the first inning. Weiss singled and then went to second on a balk, and that proved to be a really big play.
Absolutely
last
did.
inning.
Zacco at third comes in. Of course, Olson holds Stanfield at first. Weaver off the stretch. Pitch to Mainers, high and away. No bunt shown by the Auburn left fielder, batting .350, team leader. Batting .350, a couple homers and 5 runs batted in, and Conley out to talk it over with his pitcher, who has missed on 5 straight to open this bottom half of the second. Very glad to have you with us today on the Auburn Sports Network, of course in the Auburn area on Wings 94.3, on the Auburn Tigers app and the Auburn Tigers channel on YouTube streaming, so you can see the booth today. Stanfield will lead it first. Stretched by Weaver, the 1-0. High and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Mainers. Against the right-handed hitting Stanfield, Weaver missed 4 straight down. Against the left-handed hitting Mainers, he's missed 2 high and away. The 2-0. There's a strike. 2 balls and a strike on a fastball. First strike thrown in the inning. 1-0 Auburn leads. A runner at first, nobody out for Auburn in the bottom of the second. 2 balls and a strike to Mason Mainers. Stretching the pitch. Outside, ball 3.
Teams are 8 for 9 stealing against Austin Peay. They're 4 for 5 against Conley specifically.
3 balls and a strike to count the pitch, and he walks it. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Back-to-back walks surrendered by the starter Jacob Weaver, and the pitching coach Kearse Kimball in his 3rd season. He is an Austin Peay grad, is out, and he brings the entire infield to the mound.
And you mentioned the location. It's arm side, so a right-hander, it's exactly what you mentioned. It's inside to the right-handed hitters and outside to the lefties. And well, he didn't cut across the inside half of the plate to Mainers that entire at bat.
Runners at first and second for Auburn with nobody out. Here's Javon Hernandez. Got to think that bunt is at least in the discussion right here.
I would think so.
With runners at first and second, the top of the order coming up for the Tigers.
Corner infielders already in on the grass.
There is. Big hole left side of the infield, and Clacy wants to slash. He bunts. Good bunt. Third base side. Third baseman charges and boots it. And everybody's safe.
Hey, that was going to be a tough play anyway. That was slow rolling, and it was about a third of the way up the line. The catcher Conley barely moved. Sacco was on his own and just overran it.
Really good. I mean, at the bare minimum, he was going to move the runners over.
Absolutely.
I'll be interested to see how they rule that one. They haven't yet.
Sacco just picked his head up. He picked his eyes up to look where he was going to throw before he looked the ball into the glove.
The bases are loaded now, and Cooper Weiss will face Weaver.
Give him a hit.
Here's the pitch. Chopper foul. So it is a single, and Javon will take anything he can get right now, right?
No kidding.
So the bases are loaded and nobody out for Auburn in the bottom of the second. 0-1 to Weiss. He bunts it. Third base side. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it spins foul.
What a great idea. Put pressure on the opponent. Make everybody move, think, make a play. Got speed coming down the third base line in Stanfield.
Stanfield reached down as he was at home plate, picked up the bat for Weiss, tapped him on the head. Now here's the 0-2 to Cooper. Got him swinging, came inside with a fastball. That's a big out for Austin Peay, and the first strikeout of the day for Jacob Weaver.
It puts a double play in order, but still got an awfully dangerous left-handed hitter in Ike Irish up there now, who's seeing more lift on the ball than we saw last year in his freshman season.
Talked to Butch Thompson about that last night on Tiger Talk out at Baumhauer's. The pitch. Fastball. A little bit up. Irish popped into shallow left in his first at bat. Big hole left side of the infield. Shortstop is shaded up the middle. The pitch. Same place, same result. 2 balls and no strikes to the Auburn catcher. Zako even with the bag at third. Everybody else back looking for 2. The 2-0. Ball 3 high and outside. Auburn looking to add to a 1-0 lead with the bases loaded and one out here in the bottom of the second. Weaver off the full wind. The 3-0. Right down the middle for a strike. I don't think Ike Irish minds that a bit.
Nope. I agree.
Now the 3-1 to Ike. It missed low. Bases loaded walk gives Auburn a 2-0 lead and gives Ike Irish his 18th run batted into the season. Mainers to third, Hernandez to second, Stanfield scores, Irish to first, and here's Bobby Pierce. Auburn 2 and Austin Peay nothing. Bases loaded with one out.
Sorry, Andy. Each of these first 2 innings, they've made the Governors pay for mistakes.
Swing, the slider, I believe, and strike.
He hasn't seen a fastball yet. Everything's been off speed.
See if he shortens up a swing, goes the opposite way if he gets another one of those off-speed deliveries. 0-1. That was another one, but it missed low and outside. And a bit slower than the first. Irish at first, Hernandez at second, and Mainers at third for Auburn. The 1-1 to Pierce. Hit him. Came up and in and hit him, I think, on the left arm. He walks to first. Mainers comes home to score. The bases are loaded. It's still one out. Cooper McMurray at the plate. Let's hope that everything's all right with Bobby Pierce. A bases loaded walk and now a bases loaded hit by pitch.
Right on top of the left hand.
All right, here's McMurray. Pitch. Cooper takes it high and outside. And Weaver has had trouble with the strike zone here in the second inning.
He had only walked 6 guys in his first 3 starts, but Auburn's recognition and respect for the strike zone today has been a factor.
There's a line drive into right center field by McMurray. That's going to plate 2. Irish comes home following Hernandez. Cooper McMurray with a 2-run single, and the Tigers go on top 4-0, and that'll get the bullpen active for Austin Peay. Make it 5-0, excuse me.
McMurray went after the first pitch. Weaver has had control issues all inning long, and he was just trying to get ahead in a count. McMurray is so good at recognizing first pitch strikes, going after them.
Here's Derek Fabian. First pitch, ground ball to the third baseman. He'll step on the bag there, throw across, and it's a double play, and the inning is over. But Auburn scores 4 more runs in the inning on 2 base hits, no errors, a man left. We're through 2 at Plainsman Park. Auburn leads Austin Peay 5-0 as Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
War Eagle, it's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccinations during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It's crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are all up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19 and flu. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the 3rd inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me, 333-3333.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
Welcome back to Plainsman Park. Auburn on top of Austin Peay now 5-0. As Chase also goes back to the hill in the third, and today's 3rd inning, of course, is brought to you by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember, Brad. They say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. Yellowwood scoreboard update from the SEC Women's Basketball Tournament in Greenville, South Carolina. #1 South Carolina leads Texas A&M 40-32 with about 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Auburn gets set to play LSU today at 5 in the semifinals. Excuse me, the quarterfinals. First pitch from Alsop, swing and a miss from the left-handed hitting Justin Olson. Wind and the 0-1 pitch, tried to hold up at a fastball there. Came up empty, no balls and 2 strikes. Shift is on now for the big right-handed or left-handed hitting first baseman. He's behind 0-2. The pitch bounced up there. Spiked that one.
Austin Peay had given up 4 runs in the second innings of games all year long. And then Auburn put a 4 spot up there in the bottom of the second.
A ball and 2 strikes to Olson, the pitch. Got him swinging. Nothing fancy. Fastball on the inside corner. Third, a strikeout for Chase Alsop. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn. Where? You're always number 1.
Chase's command of the fastball has improved in the last 2 weeks especially. We have seen him just use it as the put-away pitch. You got to have balance, and you have to have multiple pitches in the repertoire, but we've seen that fastball, the confidence in the command skyrocket.
Jaden Brown swings at the first pitch and fouls it back for Austin Peay. It bounces off the brick facade all the way to the mound, and that ball will be likely to become a batting practice ball now, blemished just a bit. Nope, it's going back into the rotation. 0-1. Fastball a little bit up.
I love that. Sure, we'll take it out. Yeah, you got it. You got it. It's gone. See?
Yeah.
Right back.
Yeah. A ball and a strike to Brown. Stretch and delivery. Curveball just inside, 2-1. Jaden Brown, the DH, batting .292, no homers, 6 runs batted in. He's the only one in the starting lineup without at least 1 round tripper this season. Here's the 2-1. Fastball down the middle. 2-2.
I'd be surprised if it's not another number 1 right here.
Think so?
Yep.
All right. 2-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back. Brad, you were correct.
Never gets old.
I don't say it often, at least not out loud. Outfield straight away with the right-handed hitting Brown at the plate. Infield back. Here's the 2-2. To the left side, a base hit. Hung one, didn't he?
Yep. Slider. And Brown was able to jump on it.
No opportunity for either Fabian nor Weiss. First man to reach for Austin Peay today. And it brings Ambrin Wojcik to the plate, the second baseman.
He was trying to land that on the inside corner, as he's tried a couple of times to right-handed hitters, and that one caught too much of the plate.
Brown with the lead at first, the pitch. Line drive base hit through the right side. Brown around second base on his way to third. Here comes the throw. It's up the line and it gets by the third baseman. Brown will stay at third, but it allows Wojcik to go from first to second. Fabian came off the bag to try and get that ball at third. It skipped past him and hit the wall down the left side. Even with Chase Alsop backing it up. And with 1 out, Austin Peay has runners at first and second. There'll likely be an error on Bobby Pierce. That's the ruling.
You're right again, Andy.
Here's Clayton Gray. Gray with a ground out to the shortstop in the first. He bats with runners at second and third, with 1 out here in the top of the third, and Auburn leading 5-0. Stretch in the pitch by Alsop. Drops low. 2-0. Second and third with one out for the Governors, the 2-0. Strike called on the outside edge, a fastball at 94. Gray from Cabot, Arkansas, transfer from Arkansas. Waits the 2-1, right down the middle with a fastball.
After falling behind with the off-speed pitches, it's been the fastball that Chase has used to even up the count here on back-to-back pitches.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Gray. Alsip comes set, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled up and out of play.
Climbed the ladder on a fastball there.
Back-to-back singles by Brown and Wojtek. A throwing error by Pearson Wright. Those runners are at second and third with one out. And here comes the 2-2 to Gray. Fouled back again. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Auburn 5, Austin Peay nothing, but the Governors threaten here in the top of the third. Outfield shifts a couple steps towards right, the pitch. Fouled back again. Off speed that time, and he fouled it back.
2-strike swing there for Gray on those last couple that he's fouled off. Shortened swing. Good battle.
Stretch, 2-2 pitch. Line drive into right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. And the 2 runs come home for Austin Peay. 5-2 Auburn. That's a really good at bat by Clayton Gray.
Well, he's among the team leaders in RBIs. Guys are getting on base ahead of him, and he did a good job there hanging in. He saw a lot of pitches out of Chase in his first at bat, fouled off a couple after getting to 2 strikes in that at bat before finally singling to right center. Fastball belt high over the plate.
Yep. Brown and Wojtek home. And Auburn's pitching coach Everett Tiefert is out with the infield coming to the mound.
It's 3 straight hits after the first 7 were retired.
(5-2) Auburn. A runner at first with one out for Austin Peay. Gray at first with one down. And here's Lyle Miller Green with Brody Zako waiting on deck. Gray doesn't have a stolen base attempt this year. Doesn't have one. A throw down to second base because he has his first now. A pump by Irish on the swing and the miss by Miller Green, but the runner is safe. Runner in scoring position with one out. 0-1 the count to Lyle Miller Green. Stretch. And the pitch. Jammed him and it fouled it back. 6'5", 237, a grad student, originally from Burke, Virginia, transferred from Oklahoma State. There are transfers all over this roster. Oklahoma State, West Virginia, Louisiana Monroe, Arkansas, Texas Tech, UT Arlington, New Mexico, Arizona State, Oklahoma, Houston, Kentucky, LSU, Tennessee, Northeastern State. Throw back to second, runner back. 0-2 the count to Miller Green, the pitch. Fly ball right side, that'll get out of play. Into the construction area beyond the right field grandstand. Count remains 0-2 on Miller Green. Back-to-back-to-back singles by Brown, Wojtek, and Gray. Played it a couple for the Governors. A runner at second with one out, the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball to center. Back to the warning track. To the edge of the wall is Stanfield. He makes the catch. And Gray scoots into third base. A day without the win, that's out of the ballpark.
No question. That had a lot of lift and carry to it.
Stanfield tracked it down just to the right of the batting eye, maybe a step or two in front of the wall. 2 down in the inning, and here is Brody Zako. Flied out 2, Stanfield back in the first. A runner at third now with 2 down for the Governors. Stretch in the pitch. Inside, rolls away from the catcher, Irish, who asks for a new baseball. No ball, or 1 ball and no strikes to Zako. Modified shift for Auburn right now to the right side of the infield. The 1-0 pitch. Drops low. 2 balls and no strikes. Shortstop Weiss just on the left side of second base. The only one on the true left side of the infield is the third baseman Fabian. 2-0 to Zako. Powell passed first. He hit it hard. Zako from Belleville, Texas, and a transfer from Fort Scott Community College. 5'10", 222, a senior. Here's the 2-1. Zako went after a high fastball and came up empty. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Zako. Stretching the pitch. Fouled up and out of play. That'll get out on the left side. Just beyond the grandstand. Auburn's lead cut to 3. 5-2. The Tigers lead it. Chase Alsop comes set. Runner gets his lead at third. 2 down. The 2-2. Chop to the right side to McMurray. A couple steps behind the bag, steps on the bag, and the inning comes to a close. 2 runs, 3 hits, an error, and a man left for Austin Peay. We go to the bottom of the third. Auburn 5, Austin Peay 2. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Play.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the third inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Bottom of the third, Christian Hall, Chris Stanfield, and Mason Mainers to face Jacob Weaver. Auburn scored a run in the first, 4 more in the second. Austin Peay responded with 2 in the top of the third. Weaver 48 pitches into his start today. Christian Hall at the plate. He lined hard to left to end the first inning.
Number 19, Christian Hall.
Hall batting .280 on the season, 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. Takes the first pitch under the hands for a strike. Wind to the 0-1. Bounced up there. A ball and a strike. We were working in a hurry. Open stance for Hall from the left side. Awaits the 1-1. Lifts it out of play off the left side. A ball and 2 strikes.
We believe that is DJ Merriweather, a freshman lefty in the bullpen for Austin Peay.
Foul tip off the bat of Hall. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Wind in the 1-2. High fly ball into left. Gray back. He's at the warning track with room. Right in front of the Bo Jackson jersey. Makes the catch for the first out.
It was a changeup, and so Hall didn't get the full brunt of his power behind it as he tried to slow down his swing. And again, on a day like this where the wind is working against the hitter, just wasn't going to get pushed out of here.
Here's Chris Stanfield. Led off the second with a walk. He came home to score. Chris chops it. One hopper to the third baseman, Zako. Across the diamond. 2 quickly gone for Auburn here in the third.
Well, it would be just what the doctor ordered here for Weaver, who labored through the second inning if he could put away the Tigers quickly in the third after his team got a couple of runs on the board.
Want to put up that 0 when your guys score, especially on the road.
Yeah.
2 down for Mason Mainers. Mainers walked and scored in the second. Wind in the pitch. Inside, off-speed delivery, 1-0. Now the 1-0 delivery. Mainers into the gap in left center field. That is down for a hit. On a hop to Gray, who did a nice job to cut it off in the canyon. It's a 2-out single for Mason Mainers.
It's a good piece of hitting, and again, you can see the wind affecting the ball. Even though it wasn't hit that high, it looked like that ball had some top spin on it, got knocked down in a hurry. And Gray was playing a little closer toward left center, and had a little slice back to him to hold Mainers to 1.
Here's Javon Hernandez. A bunt single in the second. He came home to score for the Tigers. Pitch to him. Javon takes the curveball that misses low. Mainers at first with 2 down in the inning as Weaver comes set. Here's the 1-0. Hernandez takes a fastball up, maybe a little bit in. 2 balls and no strikes. To the Auburn second baseman, transfer from Jacksonville State. Stretch in the pitch. Ball, strike call on the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Hernandez, senior from Danbury, Connecticut, awaits the 2-1. Here it is, runner goes. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Nicely played by Weaver. Flips to first, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors. A man left for Auburn. 3 complete at Plainsman Park. Auburn 5, Austin Peay 2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
If you've been enjoying a little too much food, too many sweets, and too much liquid cheer over the holidays, then you've probably put a lot of stress on your liver. A great way to show your liver some love and to detox your system is simply adding Active Liver to your daily routine. Active Liver is an easy and effective way to keep your liver healthy and functioning properly all year long. You can find Active Liver at Amazon.com, or for a volume discount, go to NORDICUSA.com, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
We go to the top of the 4th. Chase Alsop back to the hill for the Tigers. 58 pitches into this start. Auburn leads Austin Peay on a windy, now afternoon for baseball at Plainsman Park. And to take you through the middle 3 innings, the pride of Piedmont, Alabama, Bradford T-Law.
Go Bulldogs. Those Bulldogs, they're the only ones. Gazdar, Conley, and Bay. Middle 3 in the order due up here for Austin Peay. Tigers lead it 5-2. They've out-hit the Governors 6-3. And Chase Alsop will go to work here. Gazdar grounded out in the second inning and is only at bat so far against Chase. Tigers got 1 in the first, 4 in the second. They took advantage of miscues, balks, walks, hit batters to grab the lead. 5-2 Tigers. Here we go in the fourth. Gazdar stands in. The first pitch to him is an off-speed pitch, hit off the end of the bat, foul left side, 0-1. Almost a 30-pitch inning in the third for Chase. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball right through there for a strike. 0-2. Chase got the first 7 that he faced and allowed 3 straight singles. That's how the Governors got their offense. 0-2 to Gazdar. Hit him. Fastball, tried to get it in under the hands. Instead, it was up on the left arm. A hit batter to start the inning.
On an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah. First time Governors have had the leadoff man on base. Gazdar has 3 stolen bases in 4 tries, and teams have been aggressive against Auburn on the base paths, and I would expect that we'll see that again here from Gazdar.
Yeah, opponents 21 of 21 this season, and that gets under the skin quickly of the Auburn head coach.
First pitch to Conley, fastball bunted all the way back to the net. It was a running bunt attempt, and he fouled it back, 0-1.
That hit batter the second of the season for the hard-throwing Chase Alsop.
Conley struck out in the second inning. First of 3 straight strikeouts for Alsop. Now the right-hander from Dothan from the stretch. Throws to first. Wind blowing in from right field. The northwestern part of our state right now is getting some heavy, heavy rain. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another throw to first. The forecast is for that heavy rain to start making its way through the Auburn area later this afternoon. We hope it's later.
Later the better.
That's exactly right. 0-1 pitch. Oh, gets by Irish and all the way to the backstop, and Gazdar takes second on the wild pitch.
I got his glove on that one. That may go as a pass ball. We'll wait and see. Wild pitch.
Gazdar in scoring position with nobody out. A ball and a strike to count to the Austin Peay catcher. Alsop checks second. They play him to pull on the infield, so a big hole on the left side, and there's a foul ball back and out of play. Chase again ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Alsop hasn't fallen behind a ton of batters. And given up just 3 hits to this point. A couple of runs. 1-2 pitch. Way upstairs, 2-2. He's at 66 pitches. This will be number 66. He's gone 80 plus in each of his first 3 starts. Pitch clock down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, into the motion, no, a turn and a throw to second. His pace has slowed considerably with Gazdar on base. Alsop comes set, looks to second, looks home, comes home. Fastball, popped up, shallow center, long run Stanfield. Now he's under it. He makes the catch. 1 down. Conley would like that swing back, I think. He didn't get it barreled up the way he wanted. Shallow center, and the bullpen will get some occupants for Auburn. Half a dozen or so guys jog down there.
Many of the usual suspects for this time of the ball game.
Here's Bay. John Bay struck out. There's a turn, throw to second. Close play. Hernandez applies the tag, but Gazdar is back in there. Gazdar gets his lead from second, and the pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and a nice slider from Olson. Tailing away from Bay, 0-1. Tigers and Austin Peay this weekend, and then play our annual game up in Madison at the home of the Trash Pandas Tuesday against Troy. 0-1 pitch to Bay. Here it is. It's pounded into the dirt, foul left side. And to Roland Fanning, the head coach, who is also the third base coach. 0-2. Play Troy up there on Tuesday. Hope everybody up there in the Huntsville area and nearby will come out, see the Tigers. 0-2 pitch.
Good.
Called strike 3. Slider. Fourth strikeout for Alsop. He froze Bay with the breaking ball. 2 down.
Really nice pitch.
Yeah.
I think Bay was looking fastball.
I do too. Gave up on it.
Yeah.
Here's Olson, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Of course, next weekend, Auburn heads to Nashville for SEC play at Vandy. First pitch to Olson, down and in, ball 1. And I think just about anybody with Auburn affiliations will be in Nashville next weekend.
We'll all be there, won't we?
Yeah. Men's basketball, baseball, gymnastics. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, swung and missed. Olson was tardy. 1-1. Big left-handed hitter digs in. 6'2", 247 pitch. Swing and a miss. He was late again, 1-2. Transfer from New Mexico, graduate. He's been late on back-to-back heaters. Let's see if he gets a third. Alsop comes home. Missed high. He did go back to the well, but he was upstairs, 2-2.
Trying to get the corner, that outside corner, and sailed on him a bit.
Left side wide open. Fabian a little closer to the line than he would in a shift. Shift is on the right side. It doesn't matter. It's swung on and missed for strike 3. Alsop just overpowers Olson with the fastballs. And nice job by Chase after hitting Gazdar on an 0-2 pitch. And then a wild pitch that put him in scoring position. He got a fly out and 2 strikeouts to end the 4th. No runs, hits, or errors. 1 man left on base for Austin Peay. 5-2, Tigers on top as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
AuburnTigers.com is the official website of Auburn Athletics. Read the latest feature stories on your favorite Tiger teams. Get critical game day info, search videos and audio. Find out how to get connected through social and digital media, or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store, or just find the next event on the athletic calendar. Plus, all athletic broadcasts are streamed free at AuburnTigers.com/watch. AuburnTigers.com, the official online home of Auburn Athletics.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. In fact, the CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial
Stand by.
911 in case of an emergency.
You're live.
Back at Plainsman, where Auburn leads Austin Peay 5-2, along with Andy Burcham. I'm Brad Law. We have Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview Auburn Sports Network studios today. Hats off number 3. Every time number 3, Chris Stanfield's hat, flies off during a game, Jackson Services donates $100 to the Miracle League of East Alabama. It's already happened once today. Top 3 in the order. First 3 due up for the Tigers today. First pitch to Cooper Weiss is a strike. In the 4th inning is underway. 0-1. Weiss has singled and struck out. He has scored a run. He grounds one foul down the third base line. Cooper in a hole now, 0-2. After the Tigers tagged Weaver for 4 runs in the bottom of the second, he came back, gave up a 2-out single in the third, but no further damage. 0-2 to Weiss. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Some sharp bite, ended up in the dirt. Weiss couldn't hold up. So 1 away in the fourth. After a McMurray 2-run single in the second, he got a double play ball, and he's gotten 5, make it 4 of the next 5 out after that. So he's done a nice job settling in. There's a fly ball into right field off the bat of Irish. A running catch in right by Miller Green. Athletic play by the Austin Peay right fielder. Irish tagged it well, but Miller Green able to track it down for out number 2. And as was the case in the third inning, very quickly 2 are down here in the fourth. Now Bobby Pierce at the plate. Pierce was hit by a pitch right on top of the left hand his last time up. First pitch, breaking ball, strike 1. He has not started him with a fastball yet. 0-1. Another breaking ball that missed down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It would appear that Weaver has found a rhythm.
Outfield plays Pierce to go the other way. There's a fastball up and in.
Gee.
2-1. Yeah, the only times he's thrown him a fastball today, it's either hit him or come way too close to hitting him. 2-1. Breaking ball, chopped to third. Zako fields and throws, and that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Weaver and Austin Peay. Tigers go in order in the fourth, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the fifth. Tigers still on top of the Governors, 5-2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Kia of Auburn is happy to connect the Kia brand to the Auburn fans. Our winning lineup has something for everyone at almost any budget. SUVs like the Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage. You prefer a sedan? Check out the Rio, Forte, Soul, or the Sporty Stinger. And don't forget our new multi-purpose vehicles, the Carnival, or our amazing hybrid or electric vehicles. Kia of Auburn is a proud supporter of Auburn Athletics. Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Whoa, Rico. Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
That's a half-hearted effort right there.
Yeah, the T-Rex race today, Chomp
dominated.
Chomp just dominated. I mean,
Ed
Spike and Ed
were just half-hearted.
I mean,
that effort's not good.
We got to check and see if one of the track athletes maybe
Well,
were playing the part of Chomp today.
Chomp blew him away.
I mean, that was like the freeze at the Braves games.
He lapped him.
Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, back at the game, we go to the fifth. It's 5-2. Tigers on top. 8, 9, and 1 hitters here for Austin Peay in the fifth inning against Chase Alsop. Alsop with 5 strikeouts on the day, and he starts with ball 1 low to Jaden Brown. Brown singled for the first hit of the ball game for Austin Peay back in the third inning. Came around to score their first run. Alsop's 76th pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Conecuh sausage is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage, game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store. Visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama off I-65 at exit 96. 1-1. Fastball fouled straight back, 1-2. On this day where we had to be at the ballpark a little earlier than usual, Conecuh just in a pan with some eggs, also pretty delicious.
Yeah. Well put.
Mm-hmm. A ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the 5th.
Add some cheese.
1-2.
Ooh.
Just missed. Looking for the outside corner. Didn't get the call. 2-2. Sharp cheddar.
Delicious.
Speaking of cheese, let's see if Chase goes fastball. 2-2. Just missed the corner again. And the count is full. The 8 and 9 hitters are the 2 guys that have scored Austin Peay's 2 runs. They're trying to make some noise in that dugout. The guys in red. Here's the payoff pitch to Brown. High pop, backing out of play. Chased a high fastball.
Tell you what, you got to like the way Austin Peay battles with 2 strikes.
So Alsop will reach back. We'll see what he comes up with here again. 3-2, the delivery. Fastball fouled back again. Brought it down, and Brown fouled it back again.
95.
Brown 6'2", 215, grad transfer from UT Arlington. Originally from Canada. Another 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Gouda. High
smoke Gouda. Yeah. 6 strikeout for Alsop. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. It's just tough to catch up to that time after time after time. Here's Wojtek. Infield shifts. Hernandez is in short right field. First pitch, slider down and in, ball 1. Alsop always from the stretch, delivers, fastball, popped up, left side out of play. That evens the count at a ball and a strike to the Governor's second baseman. Fastball, inside corner, strike 2, well placed. That fastball glove side has been placed well by Alsop here so far today. And now the full shift is on with 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up and back and out of play again. Alsop's up to 86 pitches. It's now his longest outing of the season in terms of pitch count. Went over 90 a handful of times last year. The 1-2 is driven down the left field line and drifting foul onto the Tiger Terrace. Not a full Tiger Terrace today, but there's some folks out there who go scrambling for it. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fouled off again, left side. Wojtek giving the folks in the Tiger Terrace plenty of opportunities today. No walks, 6 strikeouts for Alsop. He's given up the 2 runs on 3 hits so far. Here's the 1-2. Slider in the dirt in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. 5-2, Tigers lead. Alsop's pitch is fouled left side. Got an in on the hands. Fouled down the left field line. Mainers goes and chases it down, throws it back toward the dugout. This 5th inning is presented by Wind Creek Hotel and Casino. 3 Alabama locations, Montgomery, Atmore, Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Hotel and Casino. Online, windcreek.com. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Got him with an off-speed pitch, pulled the string. That's 7 strikeouts for Alsop. That ties his career high. Back-to-back punch-outs of Brown and Wojtek, and 4 straight strikeouts going back to the 4th. Coach Thompson talked about how well Alsop finished his outing last week against UConn, and he's trying to follow that formula again here today. Here is Gray, first pitch swinging, lines one to shallow left. Here comes Mainers, and he will not be able to get to it. Drops in very shallow left field, and Mainers gets it back on the infield. They'll hold Gray to a single.
Second base hit of the day for Gray, and nothing that Mainers could do with that one. Just a little looper.
Little looper with a lot of backspin.
And not a bad pitch at all from Chase Alsop either. Just a good job to fight it off by Gray.
Dropped about 12 feet deep in left field. Here is Miller Green, the big righty.
Be careful with this guy.
First pitch to him. Fastball fouled straight back up and over us.
Even on a day like today, this is a guy that gets one down the left field line. It'll leave the ballpark.
Well, his fly out in the 3rd chased Stanfield all the way back to the warning track.
Right.
And it just looked like an average batting practice swing. 6-5, 0-1 pitch. Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. (5-2). Auburn leads this one, the opener between the Tigers and Governors. (1-1) from Alsop. Nope, throw to first instead.
Gray did have a stolen base after his single in the 3rd. His first of the season.
And with 2 outs and Miller Green at the plate, it's not a bad running situation for them. Fastball missed low, 2-1. Austin Peay is 1 for 5 with 2 outs in the game. Auburn 3 for 6 with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Just missed. I'd love to tell you where. Maybe a little out.
I think that's where it was called.
Yeah. And a big difference between a 2-2 count and a 3-1. It is 3 balls and a strike here to the right fielder. Irish sets up, runner goes, pitch is high, it's ball 4. And that's the first walk of the game for Alsop. So back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning, and then a single by Gray and a walk to Miller Green.
Third base number 3, Brody Zako.
And here's Everett Tiefert out of the Auburn dugout. 97 pitches for Chase Alsop. 66 strikes. And that'll do it for the right-hander from Dothan, and he gets a nice ovation. He exits the game with Auburn leading 5-2. 2 on, 2 outs here in the 5th inning. And Auburn makes a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Take it from me, basketball season is a grind. That's why it's great to get away and recharge in my Ford F-150 truck. With available Pro Power on board, which lets me use F-150 as a mobile generator, I can enjoy the great outdoors while watching games and highlights on my flat-screen TV. Ah, relaxation. Check out the official truck of the Auburn Tigers at your local Ford dealer and tell them Bruce Pearl sent you. See owner's manual for important operating instructions. Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Auburn to its bullpen for Zach Crotchfeld. Freshman left-hander, 6'2", 210 from Jackson, New Jersey, and Jackson Memorial Hospital. Jackson Memorial High School. Crotchfeld, no record on the year, a 6.75 earned run average. This will be the lefty's 3rd appearance, all in relief. 2 2/3 innings, 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, no homers. Opponents are hitting .385 against Crotchfeld. Now, also comes within an out of getting 5 innings in today. 4 2/3 for Chase. 2 runs, both earned on 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, a wild pitch, and he hit a batter. He leaves with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Alsop with a season-high 97 pitches thrown, 66 for strikes.
Crotchfeld, competitive lefty. And certainly a different look, obviously, coming from the left side than Alsop, the flamethrower from the right side. Crotchfeld has only appeared in 2 games this season. Last time out against Wichita State. In the 19-8 Auburn win, he gave up 2 runs on 3 hits in an inning and a third. Walked a couple, struck out 3 through 49 pitches. Nearly 2 weeks ago down in Jacksonville. Brody Zako, left-handed hitting third baseman, steps in to greet him and takes ball 1 low. Zako flew to center and grounded out to first against Alsop. Gray is at second, Miller Green at first, tying run at the plate here in the top of the 5th in the form of Zako. The pitch. Fouled off to the left, over the seats, out of play. A ball and a strike. Crotchfeld trying to close the door here in the 5th. Preserve a 5-2 lead. He looks at second. He lifts, plants, and fires and misses high. 2-1. Stretch. And the 2-1 delivery. Outside corner with a fastball, strike 2. Now Crotchfeld to strike away. Runners take their leads with 2 outs. And the 2-2 offering. Swing and a foul back.
Took something off of that, and a nice adjustment by Zako just to stay alive.
Another 2-strike battle.
Fastball in, maybe fastball on the outside corner.
Zako with his red batting gloves to match his jersey. Here's the 2-2 from Crotchfeld. Now it's on the way. Fastball low. He did try the fastball there, was just a little low with it. And now the count is full.
I think he'll try the fastball again.
He's shown him changeup and fastball in back-to-back pitches. Crotchfeld is set. Wind blowing his jersey. 3-2 pitch. Runners go. It's fouled back. We'll do it again. Runners will take their turns and head back to their bases. First and second. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Another payoff pitch to the Austin Peay third baseman. Here it is. He missed it up and out. Ball 4. So the bases are loaded for the cleanup hitter, John Gazdar. Gazdar against Alsop grounded out and was hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count. 2 outs. Tigers looking for that 3rd out here in the 5th. Right-handed hitting Gazdar takes ball 1 outside. Gazdar out of Walnut Creek, California. Deep in the batter's box, swings and lines 1 to left field. That's a base hit. They will send the runner from third.
Oh.
And the throw is cut off before it could get to Irish. Fabian tried to cut it off, and it glanced off of his glove, and I think they would have thrown out Miller Green at the plate.
I'm with you, Brad.
As it is, it's a 2-run single for Gazdar, and we've got a 1-run game in the 5th inning. It's 5-4. That ball got in the outfield in a hurry. Mainers came up throwing. And Fabian looked to cut it off and ricocheted off the glove. No play at the plate. And all of this after the 8 and 9 hitters struck out to start the inning. Crotchfeld's first pitch to Conley is fouled back out of play, 0-1. Zako at second, Gazdar at first. And here's Everett Tiefert out of the dugout. John Armstrong, I believe.
Correct.
Just judging by the throwing motion. He's the guy in the bullpen for the Tigers. Coach Tiefert calling the infield together. No balls and a strike. 2 outs, 2 on. And the home plate umpire, Christopher Griffith, goes out to speed things along. Five to 4. Auburn jumped out to a 5-0 lead after the first 2 innings, and then Austin Peay got 2 in the 3rd, and they've scored 2 here in the 5th. 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch to Conley. Shift on against him. The pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Conley is struck out and flied to center. 0 for 2. A Governor at first and second. The 1-1 pitch. Pass ball at the knees for a strike. 1-2. Conley has driven in 5 runs this year. This is his 9th start behind the plate in the team's 13th game. And the 1-2 pitch to him is lined into left center. Mainers on the run. It'll tail back to him a little bit, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. But Austin Peay gets some nice 2-out hitting, and they take advantage of a couple of 2-out walks as well. Everything with 2 outs in the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 Governors left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's now a 1-run game, 5-4. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Hey, this is Kevin Tudhope, owner of Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn. It's basketball season, and we've got you covered with 77 TVs to watch all of your favorite games. Come in and enjoy ice-cold beer and your favorite wings with our happy hour specials from 11 to 6, daily Sunday through Friday. Want to have a watch party to cheer on your Auburn Tigers? Call in and reserve a spot on our new patio for your group party. And the NCAA tournament is right around the corner. We are your official March Madness headquarters with all games televised. Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn. War Eagle.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and 0 sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for... Aw, Jim.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
We're still on the air.
Hello, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. They say Coke Zero Sugar is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. War Eagle.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
5-4, Auburn leads Austin Peay as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. McMurray, Fabian, and Hall, middle third of the order. McMurray is 2 for 2. He's driven in 3 of Auburn's 5 runs. He has a pair of singles on the day. And before he steps in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network.
First baseman, number 26, Trooper McMurray.
McMurray climbs in there against Jacob Weaver. First pitch, big sweeping breaking ball is in for strike 1.
Weaver needed 48 pitches to get through the first 2 innings in which he gave up 5 runs. He's only thrown 21 pitches since.
0-1 pitch downstairs, 1-1 to McMurray. Pair of singles for the first baseman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he watches that one miss low, 2-1.
Lefty DJ Merriweather warming up again in the pen for the Governors.
Yeah, he was up working hot and heavy a couple of innings ago, 2-1. Fastball downstairs, 3-1. Hitters count, McMurray. Nope, nowhere close, bounced up there, leadoff walk. For McMurray, his 12th walk of the season, and that ties him with Weiss for the team lead. Cooper and Cooper, a dozen walks apiece. It's going to push his on-base percentage up near or above 500. And again, the pitching coach is out. Gets the infield together, 73 pitches. And it may be time to see. Although Merriweather,
he had just started warming up.
Yeah.
When at the start of the inning, so he may need a few more to get going. Although you mentioned earlier he's been up and warming up before in this ball game.
Maybe they didn't want him to come up and face the righty Fabian here. They may wait another batter
for Christian Hall.
Yeah. All right, Fabian has singled and grounded into a double play. Swinging the bat well of late. He bunts it. No, popped it up. Popped it up to the pitcher for the first out. Now, Weaver just had to jump off the mound and come forward about 3 steps to field the bunt attempt. And there's one down in the 5th.
Number 19, Christian Hall.
And here is Christian Hall. No movement out of the Governor's dugout, so Hall's hit it well a couple of times, but right at the left fielder. First pitch, breaking ball in for strike 1. He tattooed one right at Gray in the first inning, and then a fly ball to deep left in the 3rd. The 0-1 slipped on him, breaking ball, and missed way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
With the wind coming in from center, look how shallow Peay is playing in center field right now.
0-1. Low and inside. Should be 2 balls and a strike. Yep. Stanfield waiting on deck. A runner at first. That's McMurray. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers lead 5-4. Wide open stance for Hall. Pitches a strike, 2-2. Christian flinched but didn't offer. Weaver working much more quickly now, even with the runners on base. He didn't work this quickly with men on earlier in the game. 2-2 to Hall is high and outside, and the count is full. Wind is swirling. The payoff pitch to Hall is hit on the ground. Second baseman gloves, goes to second for 1 and on to first for the double play. Hit it into the shift for the twin killing, a 4-6-3 double play, and the inning is over. Leadoff walk is erased on the double play, and Auburn is turned away in the 5th. No runs, hits, errors, and nobody left on base. We are through 5. Game 1 of the series between Auburn and Austin Peay. Tigers lead 5-4. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
The Auburn Tigers will be headed back to the NCAA tournament for the 3rd straight season. As the Tigers prepare to dance, we want to remind you that broadcast rights agreements prevent the NCAA tournament games from being streamed on auburntigers.com and the Auburn app. But you can still tune into your local Auburn Sports Network affiliate to hear the call as the Tigers try to make a run through the brackets. Again, NCAA tournament games will not be streamed on auburntigers.com or the Auburn app, but you can still follow the action on your radio home for the Tigers in March, the Auburn Sports Network.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
As Austin Peay comes up in the top of the 6th, Auburn makes a Conecuh Sausage called to the bullpen for John Armstrong, junior right-hander, 5'11", 223, out of Harrison High School in Marietta, Georgia. Armstrong, no record on the year, also no earned run average, making his 5th relief appearance with a save. 8 innings pitched, no runs on 1 hit, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's yet to give up a homer, and opponents are hitting 0-4-3 against John Armstrong. Zach Crotchfeld went a third of an inning, did not allow an earned run, gave up a 1 hit with a walk. His day is done as Auburn is back to the bullpen. He will get Armstrong, will get Peay, Olson, and Brown, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters.
John Armstrong, a 3-inning save in the opener against UConn last Saturday, game 1 of that series. Did not allow a hit in 3 innings. Gave up 1 walk and struck out 2. 37 pitches against the Huskies 6 days ago. Armstrong gets Peay to lead off the 6th inning. 5-4, Tigers lead. Peay 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts against Alsop. Now he'll face his second right-hander of the day in Armstrong. John positions himself on the rubber, fires it home, and a high grounder into the third base coach's box for strike 1. Stretch by Armstrong, and the delivery. Fastball, missed down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Auburn in the all blues, Austin Peay in the all reds. 1-1. Flied, right side, out of play. Well out of play, a ball, 2 strikes. The pitch.
Good.
Strike 3, quick pitched him. Armstrong with a 1-2 fastball down the middle, the 8th strikeout of the game for Auburn pitching. K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1, and Peay
just wasn't ready.
Has now struck out 3 times in the game.
Really good pitch.
Now the infielders wheel around, shift on against Olson. It's a pronounced shift, too. First pitch. Fly to center. Stanfield breaks back, slows up, rounds off the route, looks up and makes the catch. Quickly 2 away.
Just one other game underway in SEC baseball on the Yellowwood scoreboard. Georgia hosting Northern Colorado this weekend. They're in the bottom of the first. Bulldogs lead Northern Colorado 1-0.
They're just in the first there, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right, here's Jaden Brown. Brown singled and scored in the 3rd inning. He takes ball 1 low.
The SEC women's basketball tournament, number 1 South Carolina eliminates Texas A&M in the quarterfinals, 79-68.
1-0 to Brown. Ground ball to short. Weiss on a couple of hops, fields waist high, throws for the out. 1, 2, 3 inning for Armstrong and the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 5-4 Auburn. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry.
That'd be delicious.
Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the ifs in sports. Regions helps you embrace the if in life.
Member FDIC.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
One-run ball game, bottom of the 6th inning. Stanfield leads it off. Stanfield, Mainers, Hernandez, bottom third for the Tigers against Jacob Weaver, who's at 80 pitches as we begin this 6th inning.
You got to like the way this guy's battled.
Especially after those first 2 innings.
Yeah, he's given up 5 runs on 5 hits and gotten a little wild, but boy, since then.
1 hit and 1 walk since the second. Stanfield walked and scored in the 2nd inning. First pitch to him, in there for a strike, 0-1. 3 innings, Auburn has gotten the leadoff man on base. In 2 of those 3, the Tigers have scored. Pitch misses low, 1-1.
The lefty Merriweather again warming up for Austin Peay. That's 82 pitches now for Jacob Weaver.
Corner infielders in on the grass. Stanfield just watches a curveball miss low, 2-1. Looked like a good pitch. Weaver works quickly. The 2-1 fastball off the end of the bat, grounded to short. Gloved by Gazdar. He throws out Stanfield for the first out. Would your youth baseball or softball team like to be anthem buddies at Auburn baseball this season? Courtesy of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, your team can line up with the Tigers on the field for the national anthem for a game. Call the Auburn ticket office to register for a game and secure your group tickets today. Mason Mainers steps in. First pitch to him. Missed high and outside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. Mason has hit the ball really well of late. Last 4.5 ball games. Versus the 1-1, he hit it hard but foul. He was a little early on an off-speed pitch, 1-2. Mainers is now 8 for 13 with 6 runs scored in Auburn's last 4 games plus today. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Jack State transfer. Tigers left fielder, the pitch. Downstairs, 2-2. Mainers walked and scored in the 2nd. He singled in the 3rd. 2-2. High and outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out, payoff pitch. Called strike 3, fastball at the knees. 2 down. And here is Javon Hernandez. Hernandez with a base hit in the 2nd. He came around to score. He is 1 for 2 today. First pitch to him, a little in, ball 1. This is his first the pitch, called strike at the knees, outer half. 1-1, as many pitches as Weaver has thrown in a start this year. The delivery. High bouncing ball, left side to his right. Gazdar fields and throws. It short hops at first, and the play is made by Olson to dig it out. Well played, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Tigers go in order in the 6th. We are through 6. This one's coming down to the wire. 1-run game in the series opener. 5-4, Tigers lead the Governors. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Rex Frederick.
Well, I think he seated about 2,800, but they'd put about 3,800 in there. The players would trip over people's feet when they went down the court and everything, but my 4 years, I think we lost 3 ball games at home. Sports Arena, and I was at the LSU football game, sitting in the west stands on about the 30-yard line, and I could see the barn. And while it was burning, that was a real sad time. They said that someone cooked out on a grill and the wind started blowing and The sports arena was all wood.
Right.
No concrete hardly anywhere except outside on the walkway. And it caught on fire, and when it did, fire trucks couldn't stop it.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
The throw goes down to second. Auburn 5, Austin Peay 4 in this battle of 10 and 2 teams here at Plainsman Park. 9-1 and 2 hitters due up against John Armstrong here in the 7th, and we send it back to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, to take you home on a Friday afternoon.
Wojtek, Gray, and Miller Green, the 3, to face John Armstrong in the 7th. Armstrong a perfect 6 through only 7 pitches. Auburn with 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Austin Peay. Ambron Wojtek 1 for 2 on the day. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it. Singled in the first to right, went to third on a throwing error, and eventually scored. Stretch in the 0-1 to Ambron. In there for strike 2. I think the Austin Peay dugout thought that might have been a little low. 0-2 to Wojtek. Shift is on, right side of the infield for Auburn. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, one that just disappeared. Second strikeout for John Armstrong. And now the top of the order for Austin Peay. Clayton Gray with a couple base hits on the afternoon. Stole a base back in the 3rd, was stranded. Singled and scored in the 5th. His first look at John Armstrong, who comes set. Pitch. High and outside with a fastball at 91. 5-4, Auburn leads. We're in the top of the 7th. Stretched by Armstrong and the 1-0. Sails outside again. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 7th for the Governors. 2-0 delivery. Inside and appeal to third. He did not go around. 3 balls and no strikes. Three and 0 the count. John Armstrong comes set in the pitch. There's a strike, 3-1. One out, nobody on for Austin Peay. 3 balls and a strike to the leadoff man, Clayton Gray. Here's the pitch. Lifted foul out of play, left side. That'll get onto the Tiger Terrace. Back to a 3-2 count.
Infield moves over into a shift now with 2 strikes.
Here's the 3-2. Line drive into left. Mainers back. Ooh, has to lunge to get that one. 2 outs. That almost got over his head.
Yeah, very, very casual with a ball that was stung and had a little lift to it at the end.
Auburn Baseball brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait, vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. 2 down for Lyle Miller Green. 0 for 2. He's walked, he's scored. Close stance from the right side, awaits the pitch. Fastball that misses inside. Auburn will have the top of the order at the plate in the bottom of the 7th. Tigers holding on right now to a 5-4 lead. Chopper foul off of the netting in front of the Hall of Fame seats. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lyle with a team-high 6 homers. He has 20 runs batted in. Big right-handed hitter. Here comes the stretch and the pitch. Jammed him a bit. He fouled it over the grandstand on the right side and on to Donahue. A ball and 2 strikes. Armstrong peers in, gets his sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Sailed a little bit up and out. 2-2 the count.
Seen Armstrong go with a quick pitch. That time a little hesitation on the knee lift. He held it up there for a second.
2-2. Swing, drive into the right center field, deep and gone. Over the top of the scoreboard, the game is tied. Armstrong tried to quick pitch him, but Miller Green was ready, and the game is tied at 5.
That's exactly what he tried to do. He tried to follow the hesitation move with a quick pitch. And Miller Green responded with his 7th home run of the year off the very top of the video board. Goodness.
We're tied at 5. Here's Brody Zako. Pitch, and there for a strike. First home run of the day for either team. Win didn't matter on that one, did it?
No,
0-1, foul back. That ball was smoked to center.
First home run Armstrong has allowed since a game against Mississippi State on April 22nd last year. Whew.
Auburn led 5-0. Austin Peay has come back to tie it. 2 outs, the pitch to Zako. Strike 3 call, inning over. A run on the 2-run homer by Miller Green. We're tied at 5 going into the bottom half of the 7th as Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Auburn scored 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Austin Peay with 2 in the 3rd. 2 more in the 5th and a solo homer in the 6th, or in the top of the 7th, that is. The 3rd, 5th, and 7th. And this ball game is tied at 5. And perhaps the story of the day is the fact that Jared Weaver is still on the hill with 93 pitches thrown. He gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings.
And really was struggling in the second to find the strike zone consistently.
He hasn't struggled since.
No, he's given up 1 hit and 1 walk since the 2nd inning.
Cooper Weiss will lead it off for Auburn. The corners come in. The pitch to Cooper drops in for a strike. Weaver has struck out 3. He's walked 4. The pitch, swing and a miss by Weiss, quickly 0-2. And when Weaver is dealing, he is working in a hurry.
Yeah.
0-2. Just outside an appeal, he did not go around. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I certainly think that's one of the factors in his success the last few innings is even in the rare times Auburn's had guys on base, his pace hasn't changed.
1-2 by Weiss, pops it up right side. Foul ground for Olson. In front of the photographer as well, he makes the catch. And the momentum in this game has shifted to the first base dugout. Here's Ike Irish. Flied to left in the first, walked with the bases loaded in the second, and lined to right in the fourth. The pitch, missed inside.
Well, if they had to go to that bullpen in the third or fourth inning,
2-0, less is low.
It would have put them at a greater disadvantage for the rest of the series. What Weaver has done twofold. Not only has he contained Auburn in this game,
Irish takes a strike on the outside corner,
but he saved their bullpen.
Absolutely.
For tomorrow and Sunday.
Auburn scored 5 times in the first 2 innings. They've only had 2 base runners since. High and away, 3-1. A leadoff or a 2-out single in the third and a leadoff walk in the fifth. And that walk in the fifth was erased in an inning-ending double play. 3-1 to Irish. Chops it over the pitcher to the charging second baseman. He flips to first in time for the out. 2 down. We're tied at 5. 2 outs, nobody on for Auburn in the 7th, and Bobby Pierce to the plate. And Weaver's at 102 pitches. Wind in the pitch to Pierce. Pops up the first ball. Right side foul ground. They give chase and it bounces on the top of the dugout and over the concourse. 0-1 to Bobby.
Yeah, everything about Austin Peay's body language, their demeanor right now is as the aggressor.
Yeah. 2 outs and nobody on. 5-5 the score, bottom of the 7th. The 0-1 to Pierce. Oh, I got a curveball and he just got underneath it. The third baseman, Zako, in front of the Auburn dugout, makes the catch. And Auburn is retired quietly in the 7th. We go to the 8th. Auburn and Austin Peay tied at 5. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the orthopedic clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the orthopedic clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
Need great gifts for your family, friends, clients, and colleagues? You have to try Buff City Soap. Their soap, oils, body butters, bath bombs, candles, wax melts, and laundry soaps are delightful. Pick from a variety of handmade goodies with plant-based ingredients that delight your skin and smell wonderful. See partywithbuff.com to schedule your party or visit buffcitysoap.com to check out their many alternatives. Try the free short-term parking at the 320 West Magnolia Avenue building in downtown Auburn and fall in love with Buff City Soap.
4, 5, and 6 hitters for Austin Peay in the 8th. Gazdar, Conley, and Bay for the Governors. Auburn and Austin Peay tied at 5. Auburn 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Since then, 5 unanswered runs by Austin Peay. Hits are even at 6 apiece. Auburn with the lone error on the day. Right now, game time tomorrow is set for one that could change dramatically with the weather that's rolling through. Stay tuned to your Auburn Sports Network station, auburntigers.com, X, and Instagram for announcements. John Gazdar leads it off, the shortstop. Base hit to right on the first pitch.
Opposite field single. He took it where it was pitched, away from him, tailing away. And Gazdar did a really good job. Came in.
His second hit of the day.
Yeah, came in hitting .420 for the year.
Yeah, this is the part of the order where everybody's hitting 400 or better. Here's Trevor Conley, the catcher. 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Gaster is a threat to run. He has 3 stolen bases. Fabian in at third for Auburn. The Tigers hold Gaster at first. Stretching the pitch. He bunts it. Oh, and Armstrong falls down, trying to field it, and everybody's safe. First and second, and nobody out for Austin Peay.
Well, the only guy that had a play was Armstrong, so when he slipped, that was it.
He came in and tried to move to his left and just completely lost his footing. That ball just bounded helplessly between first base and the pitcher's mound. So on 2 pitches, Austin Peay has put runners at first and second. The potential go-ahead run for the Governors. Nobody out in the top of the 8th. Here's John Bay, the center fielder. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He was the first one to face Armstrong in the 6th. He squares to bunt, takes it low and away. Austin Peay with runners at first and second and nobody out in the top of the 8th in a 5-5 game. Stretch by Armstrong. Here comes the pitch. Bunt right back to John. He's going to go to third. Low, but out. Scooped by Fabian at third, and Armstrong went down again. 1 down.
Quick reflexes. You have to know where you're going to go before the ball ever comes off the bat. If it's here or this speed, I know how much time I have to try to get that force play at third. It's a risky decision, but it paid off there for the Tigers.
He lost his footing when he tried to plant to throw to third. Fortunate for Auburn, he planted enough. And I think we're going to, we will get a meeting. I think we may get a pinch. We may even get a pinch runner or a pinch hitter. Mm-hmm. Nope, they're going to call timeout, bring everybody in to talk with Roland DeFanning and the coaches. No changes yet. Justin Olson coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center. Runners at first and second, 1 out here in the 8th inning for Austin Peay.
Conley runs decently well. Bay runs just fine.
Meaning the offensive timeout comes to a close. Auburn 5, Austin Peay 5. We're in the top of the 8th with runners at first and second and 1 out for the Governors. Olson flied to center in his first at bat against Armstrong. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Change up at 80. Stretch by Armstrong. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 on the outside corner.
Nothing but fastballs. He struggled to get around on Alsop's fastballs in the 3rd and 4th innings.
No balls and 2 strikes to Justin Olson. Armstrong comes set. Checks the runner, the pitch. Olson fouls it back.
That's 3 straight fastballs now from Armstrong. A 1-0-2 if you try to get him to chase something off speed.
Conley at second and Bay at first with 1 down. Stretch by Armstrong. And the 0-2. Chopper to the right side. It's a foul ball. Last 3 runs for Austin Peay have all come with 2 outs. Auburn would like to get to that point in this inning. Olsen behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Armstrong peers in, gets his sign, comes set at the belt. The 0-2 pitch. Change up, missed a little bit high. Maybe in, a ball and 2 strikes.
Like the idea after so many fastballs back to back to back.
Shift is on the right side of the infield for big Justin Olsen. He awaits the 1-2. Swing on a line drive into center. Here comes Stanfield. He can't get it. The ball is down. A run's going to score. And the runner, Peay, may have pulled a hamstring coming around third base. He comes home to score, and Austin Peay has the lead. Stanfield came close to pulling that one in, but he couldn't hold on. And Conley, the catcher, is helped to the dugout. And for the first time today, Austin Peay has the lead. Boy, Stanfield came close to pulling that one in. It's a 6-5 lead for Austin Peay. Runners at first and a second, 1 down in the inning.
Chris got a good jump on that ball, too. I don't know that he could have done anything different than he did.
Here's Jaden Brown, the DH. Singled and scored in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th, and grounded out in the 6th. 6 unanswered runs by Austin Peay. The Governors lead Auburn 6-5. We're in the top of the 8th. Stretch in the pitch. Inside, ball 1.
Now tip your cap to the Governors. Nobody's come close to doing this against Armstrong this year.
1-0. Swing and a miss. Well, he set down the first 5 men that he faced. And then on a 2-2 pitch, gave up the home run to Lyle Miller Green to tie it back in the 7th. Here's the 1-1 to Brown. Out in front of the change. 1-2.
That's what he was hoping to get Olsen to do on the 0-2 pitch, the batter before.
Olsen leads from first and Peay from second. 6-5 Austin Peay. Chopper, third base side. Ball and 2 strikes the count to Brown. The stretch by Armstrong. And here comes the pitch. Nice play by McMurray. Gets the lead runner at second. No throw back to first. Ball to the right side. McMurray going to a knee to stop it. Or that's another run home in all likelihood. Got the runner down at second base, but no throw to first. And there are 2 outs in the inning as Peay goes to third base on the play.
Opens up a scenario here where if you get Wojtek, then you're out of the inning without further damage. You're exactly right. McMurray, who plays a really good defensive first base, saved a run. Keeps it at a 1-run game for now, and somebody else will come on to face Wojtek as Everett Tiefert is out of the dugout.
Auburn makes a Bonnie Plants call to the bullpen.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
New pitcher for the Tigers is Tanner Bauman, his team leading 6th appearance this year. 6'4", 225, senior left-hander from Jacksonville, Florida. He is 1-0 this year in 5 relief outings, a 2.57 earned run average, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. Teams are hitting 167 against Tanner Bauman this year. Needed 1 pitch to strand the bases loaded in the game Tuesday, or I guess Wednesday against Air Force. He matched a career-high 5 strikeouts a week ago against UConn in 2 1/3 scoreless innings. So Tanner Bauman is the 4th pitcher of the day for the Tigers. John Armstrong, 2 2/3 innings, 2 runs on 4 hits, no walks. He struck out 3. Auburn pitching has only walked 2 today, and they've struck out 10. But Austin Peay has been linking together. They've been linking up at bats in these last couple of innings. They've grabbed a 6-5 lead, and Bauman is on to try to close the door without any further damage here with 2 outs and runners at the corners in the 8th inning, and the number 9 hitter due up.
It's Amron Wojcik, who singled and scored in the 3rd. He struck out twice since. Austin Peay has gained its first lead of the day in this inning. Governors lead the Tigers 6-5. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. As Bauman comes set in the pitch. Runner goes from first, tries to get in a rundown. Auburn will allow Brown to get to second base without a throw. So 2nd and 3rd. Pitch, by the way, was ball 1. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It is not a stolen base for Brown. It's catcher's indifference. So count is 1-1. Bauman stretches. Comes the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Playing up the middle. Throws to first. Inning over. A run, though, on 3 base hits for the Governors. No errors. 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Austin Peay on top of Auburn 6-5. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
War Eagle, Butch Thompson here, and we need all of the Auburn family to join On to Victory. Your membership directly supports our student athletes on and off the field and helps us build the best team in the nation. Become a member today.
Be part of Auburn's winning team. Visit ontovictory.com.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
War Eagle, Butch Thompson here, and we need all of the Auburn family to join On to Victory. Your membership directly supports our student athletes on and off the field and helps us build the best team in the nation. Become a member today.
Be part of Auburn's winning team. Visit ontovictory.com.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Jacob Weaver's day is done, and he pitched great for Austin Peay, especially the last 5 innings of his outing. He goes 7 frames, gives up 5 runs on 6 hits. He walked 4, struck out 3, had a balk, and hit a batter. 104 pitches for Weaver, 58 strikes, and yet he leaves the game with Austin Peay leading 6-5. The new pitcher is another right-hander, Tyler Hampu, 6'2", 177, and a senior from Cleveland, Ohio. He comes to Austin Peay by way of Colby Community College. And this year, 2 saves and a 1-0 record. 7 innings in 5 relief outings. He's given up just 2 hits and 1 run. That was his last time out against Rio Grande Valley. 6 walks, 13 strikeouts. He has given up 1 homer. He has hit 1 batter. His earned run average, 1.29. Hampu, the closer, picked up one of his saves against Mississippi State earlier this season, and the second against Rio Grande Valley in the first game of that series last weekend. So Cooper McMurray, the first to face Tyler Hampu.
A new catcher as well, as Gus Freeman comes in to replace Trevor Conley, who had appeared to injure his leg as he scored right now the difference in this game, that run back in the top of the 8th. There's Cooper McMurray against the shift. He swings and lifts the first pitch out of play. McMurray is 2 for 2. He's been on base all 3 times today. Auburn trails 6-5. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Auburn jumped out to a 5-0 lead. The Governors have scored 6 runs since then. Stretch and the pitch to McMurray from Hampu. Here it is. Fastball, strike 2. McMurray, Fabian, and Hall, the scheduled 3 for Auburn. Now the 0-2 pitch to McMurray. Line drive down the right field line, curving foul and off the screen.
Really good swing by McMurray. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Especially when you've seen a big lead go by the wayside, you can start to do a little too much, and you see a lot of home run swings. On a day like today, that's just not the recipe.
The stretch and the 0-2. High, ball 1. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. From first aid care at today's game to cancer care at the Spencer Cancer Center. East Alabama Health is a team player you can rely on day after day. 1-2 to McMurray. Stretch and pitch. Lifts one up the left side. That'll get out of play.
When does he pull out the change? He's heavy fastball changeup to lefties. And he's been challenging McMurray to this point with a fastball in the low to mid 90s.
Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to the Auburn first baseman. 4 homers and 14 runs batted in. Make that 16 RBI. The pitch on the way. Again, lifted left side, out of play.
Another
onto
fastball.
the Tiger Terrace. Look out. Onto the top of the Tiger Terrace. Tyler Hampu for Jacob Weaver, who was terrific today for our Austin Peay. Gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings and still worked 7 strong. 1-2 to McMurray. Here's the pitch. Popped it up right side. Is there room for Olson? Near the stands, and it gets into the stands about 3 rows up.
There was the changeup. And he was way out in front and under it. But he was able to foul it away.
Timeout called by the pitching coach, Kearse Kimball.
Now that should be the last coach's visit. Third mound visit for the pitching coach in the game.
Don't you think they're calling pitch selection right here?
I absolutely think so, yeah. And probably worth a mound visit at this juncture in the game.
Nobody out. Leadoff man up for Auburn in the bottom of the 8th. Austin Peay has come from behind to take a 6-5 lead against Auburn. And that is exactly, the home plate umpire says exactly what you just did, Brad. That's mound visit number 4. Total on the day. Yep. 1-2 pitch again coming up to Cooper McMurray. Here it is. Chopper foul.
That was the slider.
Left it up a bit. McMurray, Fabian, and Hall for Auburn in the bottom of the 8th. Another 1-2 pitch coming up to Cooper McMurray. Here it is. Got him swinging. Down and away. 1 out.
Change up, down. 9th pitch of the at-bat.
Really good location as well.
Yeah.
1 out, here's Fabian. Walked in the first, double play in the second, and he bunted or popped up a bunt in the 5th. Stretching the pitch to Fabian. Popped him up. Middle of the right side of the infield. Olson underneath. Right on top of the line. Makes the catch, 2 outs. And here's Christian Hall.
Designated hitter, number 19, Christian Hall.
Lined it to left, flied it to left, and hit into a 4-6-3 double play. Bats with 2 outs and nobody on does Hall. The stretch and the pitch from Hampu. A little bit low. Right side of the infield in the shift as Hall awaits the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Ball too low. Two outs, nobody on for Auburn in the bottom of the 8th. Hall awaits a 2-0 pitch. On the way. Swing and a miss. He tried to tie it with one swing of the bat.
Sure did. Fastball on the inner half.
Two outs, nobody on for Auburn. 2 balls and a strike, the count to Hall. Here comes the pitch. Just missed inside, 3-1.
I wonder if they would let Hampu finish this out. He's been the setup man to their closer this season. He does have a couple of saves, but would they go for it in one or well.
Here's the 3-1. Strike, 2 on the outside corner, 3-2 to Hall. Chris Stanfield, the number 7 hitter, waits on deck for Auburn. 6-5. Austin Peay leads it. We're in the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 pitch. High and deep to right. Hall's tied it. Adios. On top of the Performance Center in right. A no-doubter from Christian Hall. Man, that's a bolt from the blue right there.
Tell you what, there could have been hurricane force winds blowing in from right field and it wouldn't have mattered.
Woo. 4th home run of the year for Christian Hall. Man, oh man, what a shot.
Gracious. What happens when a freight train hits a baseball?
I mean, when it left the bat, you knew it was gone.
Ow.
Just how far was it going to go? We are tied at 6. Gosh. Hampu was within 1 strike of getting out of the inning. He instead surrenders his 2nd home run, and here's Chris Stanfield. Tied at 6 now in the bottom of the 8th as Hampu comes set. Here comes the pitch. Inside and almost hit Stanfield. 1-0. Chris is 1-for-2 on the afternoon. He's walked, he's singled. Corners come in even with 2 outs. The pitch on the way. Upstairs with the off-speed delivery, 2-0.
That homer just the 2nd allowed by Hampu this year. 2nd straight game he's allowed a home run.
381 feet, 8 inches. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner to Stanfield. Chris hitting .244 on the season. Stretch and the 2-1 pitch. Popped him up into left. Gray coming in hard. Still coming in. He gets there, makes the catch, and the inning's over. The 3-2 pitch to Christian Hall on the top of the Performance Center in right ties it. 6-6 the score. We go to the 9th. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Play.
Get your game day started with the CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off on the Auburn Sports Network. 30 minutes before each Auburn basketball game. Get a breakdown of the matchups, player profiles, a 60-second scout of the opponent, SEC report, and our exclusive pregame interview with head coach Bruce Pearl. CB&S Bank has been family, community, and financially strong since 1906. The CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off, only on the Auburn Sports Network.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On SEC Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Folks still buzzing after that two-out homer by Christian Hall. Ties it at 6. We go to the top of the 9th. Reminder to you, Auburn women's basketball coming up at 5 o'clock Central. The Tigers against LSU in the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament. Britt Bowen, Dr. Larry DeShare with the call at 4:45 on AU 100.3 FM. Regardless of basketball tomorrow's baseball game will be on ESPN 106.5.
106.7 here in the Auburn area.
I apologize.
Yep.
Whenever that game is played right now, it's scheduled for 1.
And that's regardless of whether women's basketball is playing or not, regardless of the game time for baseball, ESPN 106.7 tomorrow.
Here's Clayton Gray to lead off the 9th for Austin Peay against Tanner Bauman, who misses inside. Auburn basketball on Wings 94.3 tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Tip-off 5:30, Auburn in Georgia. Over at Neville Arena, the 1-0. Gray takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
Against the top of the lineup, obviously 9th inning now. You've just tied the game up. Love to get a 0 on the board, give your guys a chance to win it in the bottom.
1-1 to Gray, fouls it off, a ball and 2 strikes. Miller Green waits on deck. He tied the game in the 7th on a 2-out home run. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Gray. Whew. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. It's the 11th strikeout of the day for Auburn pitching. The first for Tanner Bauman. Here's Lyle Miller Green. 1 for 3. He scored twice. First pitch to him sails outside for ball 1. Bauman comes set. Here's the 1-0. Missed outside, 2-0. Miller Green hit his 7th home run of the season in the 7th on a 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. It tied the game. 2-0 pitch. Just missed the outside corner, 3-0. On the day, he scored twice. He is 1 for 3. And he is ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch from Bauman. And there for a strike, 3-1.
A lot of off speed, a lot of changeups from Bauman here in this sequence. He back-to-back changeups to get the strikeout of Gray.
Be careful on this pitch. Here's the 3-1. Strike call on the outside corner.
Again, the changeup, and he just spotted it so well.
1 out, nobody on for Austin Peay. Top of the 9th. The Tigers and the Governors tied at 6. 3-2 pitch to Miller Green. He lost it, missed outside. So a runner at first for the Governors. Here's Brody Zako. Excuse me, we will get a pinch hitter.
Andreas Matias.
Yep. Right-handed hitter, the pitch to him. Drops in for a strike. Matias, 1 for 13 on the season. Stretch in the pitch. Fly ball into center. Stanfield is back in front of the warning track, ranges to his left and makes the catch for the second out.
Well, why wouldn't Matias, the pinch hitter, go up there swinging?
Everybody else has. 2 outs, and here is John Gazdar.
John Gazdar.
John 2 for 3 on the day. He's been on base 3 times. Stretch in the pitch. Just missed the outside corner. Runner at first, 2 down for Austin Peay. The Tigers and the Governors are tied at 6. Austin Peay has out-hit Auburn today 9-7. Bauman comes set. 1-0 pitch. Gazdar chops it foul toward the Auburn dugout.
Auburn has Mainers, Hernandez, and Weiss. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Miller Green at first, short lead over there. He does have 3 stolen bases this year. Here's the 1-1. Gazdar swings and misses with a slider down and in, 1-2. Got that slider to the back foot.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with. Sweeping across from the lefty.
A ball and 2 strikes as Bauman comes set. Here's the pitch to Gazdar with 2 down in the inning. Nope, throw to first instead.
Just in case they had any ideas with 2 strikes to try to give Miller Green an early start there at first base.
Bauman stretches. The 1-2 pitch. Gazdar chops it to Weiss at short. He'll go the short way, and the inning comes to a close. Bauman worked around that walk, and they were being careful with Miller Green at the plate. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left to the bottom of the 9th. Auburn 6. Austin Peay 6. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Auburn tries to win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. I missed this, and I want to get this in because our friends at Pepper Tree are second to none. Anytime the opponent goes to the bullpen this season, Pepper Tree presents fresh meat for a new level of taste. Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection and finest cuts of meat in town, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery and online at steaksnwine.com. That's steaks, the letter N, wine.com.
Mason Mainers will lead it off for Auburn. Matias, the third baseman, is up on the edge of the grass. The first pitch to Mason. Swing and a miss. Tyler Hampu came in to face the Tigers in the 8th. He gave up a 3-2 two-out home run to Christian Hall to tie the game, and that's where we are in the bottom of the 9th. The 0-1. Miss low, 1-1 the count to Mainers. 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. He scored in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, and struck out looking in the 6th. Stretch by Hampu, the pitch. It misses low, off-speed delivery. Two balls and a strike to Mainers. Hampu comes set in the pitch. Popped it up left side. That'll get out of play. Took a shot at left field with that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Auburn left fielder.
Left-hander DJ Merriweather. He's been playing catch in the bullpen most of the afternoon.
How many pitches has he made out there today?
He's thrown a ton out there in the bullpen.
Shift is on for Mainers. Big hole, left side of the infield. Here's the pitch to him. He tried to go that way and fouled it back.
He sure did. He shortened his swing, tried to slap at it to the left side.
Mainers, then Hernandez and Weiss. Auburn tries to win it in the bottom of the ninth, tied at 6. 2-2 pitch. High and deep to right by Mainers. That may leave the ballpark. It's a winner for the Tigers. A walk-off, lead-off, home run for Mason Mainers, his 3rd of the season, and the Tigers get a solo home run in the 8th from Christian Hall to tie it. A solo home run in the 9th from Mason Mainers to win it. Auburn 7, Austin Peay 6. Stay tuned, friends. The Regions Bank postgame show is next. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Plainsman.